When the world flips upside down, your handgun better be more than a paperweight with a trigger. I'm not talking about some flashy, overpriced Safe Queen or Instagram showpiece with rainbow slide cuts. I'm talking about guns you trust, like really trust. Guns that run dirty, run wet, run when your hands are shaking and your heart beats in your ears. Today we're breaking down 13 handguns that have earned their stripes in the field, not just on the gun shop shelf. These are pistols that get dragged through mud, stuffed into holsters every day, and still go bang when it counts. From battle-tested classics to cutting-edge carry kings, if it's on this list, it's passed the test. So if you're building your oh crap loadout, upgrading your EDC, or just want to know which handguns don't quit, buckle up. This list might just save your life. Kicking off our list is the Canik SC, that's short for subcompact. The budget-friendly brawler a lot of folks sleep on, but probably shouldn't. If you've ever said, I want a gun that can do a little of everything without killing my bank account, this might be your pick. The Canik SC brings a serious feature set to the table, and it doesn't pretend to be something it's not. It's here to run, shoot, and keep running, even if your wallet's feeling a little light. Let's talk performance. This little pistol sports one of the cleanest, most responsive factory triggers I've ever felt on a gun under $400. It's almost stupid good for the price. We're talking short take-up, crisp break, and a solid reset, something even pricier guns don't always nail. That means faster follow-up shots, tighter groups, and more confidence behind every squeeze of the trigger. You're also getting front and rear slide serrations, a Picatinny accessory rail for your light or laser, ambidextrous controls, and solid ergonomics. The grip texture gives you control without feeling like sandpaper on your skin, and it conceals easily, whether you're appendix carrying or rocking an IWB holster. Now sure, it's not backed by decades of military contracts or law enforcement use. But here's the thing, it just works. It's been run hard by thousands of shooters, including me, and it keeps showing up and performing well beyond what the price tag suggests. Is it perfect? Number. But if you're on a budget and want a gun that's reliable, accurate, and ready out of the box, the Canik SC earns its place on this list. Now here's a revolver that looks like it was carved out of a battleship hull, the Ruger SP101. In a world filled with polymer this and striker fired that, the SP101 is a stainless steel bulldog that doesn't care about trends. This thing is a survivalist's dream. 5 shots of .357 Magnum in a tank-tough frame that laughs in the face of neglect, mud, water, or whatever else you throw at it. We tested this bad boy by dragging it through mud, dunking it in water, and leaving it uncleaned for weeks. No jams, no misfires, no problems. That's the revolver magic, folks. No mags to fumble with, no slide to fail, and fewer moving parts to gunk up. It'll run when your semi-auto taps out. It's got a 2¼ inch barrel, fixed sights you can't knock out of place, a cushioned grip that actually soaks up recoil surprisingly well, and a trigger that's heavy but deliberate, perfect when your hands are shaking from adrenaline or the cold. This is a no-nonsense, close-quarters tool for when the world's gone sideways. Yeah, it's limited to 5 rounds, and reloads under pressure aren't its strong suit. But in a true SHTF scenario, where simplicity, reliability, and raw power matter more than capacity, the SP101 might be your best friend. You don't carry this gun. You trust it. It ain't cheap, with prices hovering between $729 and $849, but when you're talking about a gun that could last a lifetime, or two, it's worth every penny. Next up, we've got the Smith & Wesson M&P Shield Plus, the micro compact that's seriously upgraded from the original Shield, and it's here to play. If you ever held the original Shield and thought, man, this is good, but I wish it held more rounds, well, guess what? S&W listened. The Shield Plus bumps your mag capacity up to 10+1 or even 13+1 in a frame that's barely any thicker than the OG single stack. But this isn't just about stuffing more bullets into a tight space. The Shield Plus feels better. The grip texture is more aggressive, without being abrasive, and gives you solid control, even with sweaty or wet hands. The flat-face trigger is a real step up, too. Crisp, clean break with a short reset. It's not just good for a micro. It's good, period. During testing, the Shield Plus was a consistent performer. No failures, no hiccups, even with some questionable steel case ammo. That kind of reliability is a big deal when this could be your EDC, your nightstand gun, or your one and only in a bug-out scenario. And for a micro compact, it shoots flat. Quick follow-ups, consistent accuracy, even out at 25 yards. That's not typical for a gun this small. Now, the 13-round mag can occasionally be tight on feeding if you slam it home with the slide forward, and the factory sights are fine. Not bad, but not great. Easily swapped out if you're running optics or night sights. For around $479 to $549, the Shield Plus gives you compact size, great capacity, and shootability that punches way above its weight class. If you want small without compromising capability, this one's a winner. Now, if you're the kind of shooter who appreciates refined engineering and premium feel, the H&K VP9 Compact is going to speak your language. Heckler & Koch might not dominate the US market like Glock or Sig, but those who know. This is one of the most comfortable, smooth-shooting polymer pistols out there, and it's packed with smart design features that actually matter. First, the ergonomics are off the charts. Interchangeable back straps and side panels let you customize the grip to your hand and the trigger. Oh man, smooth pull, short reset. It's easily one of the best out-of-the-box striker-fired triggers on the market. That means better accuracy under stress, faster follow-ups, and just a generally more enjoyable shooting experience. It's optics-ready, has forward slide serrations, a rail for your light, and ambidextrous controls across the board. So lefties, this one's for you too. And it's got a solid 15+1 capacity in a compact frame that's easy to conceal or run as a duty-sized piece. Where the VP9 loses a few points is in aftermarket support and price. Accessories and mags are a bit pricier and less common than your Glock or M&P stuff. But you're getting H&K quality here, not bargain bin parts. Think of it as the Porsche of carry guns. Sleek, smooth, engineered to perform, and priced like it knows its worth. If you've got the cash and want a gun that balances refinement with performance, the VP9 Compact is one of the best-kept secrets on this list. It's not just a shooter, it's a keeper. The Sig P320 is what happens when a company known for legendary metal frame pistols decides to go toe-to-toe with the polymer striker-fired crowd, and nails it. Some people call it a Glock killer, but I don't throw that term around lightly. What I will say is, if Glock ever got nervous, it was probably when the P320 dropped. Right out of the box, this gun feels locked in. The grip angle is more natural for many shooters than the steeper Glock angle, and the high undercut trigger guard gives you deep purchase. None of that Glock knuckle nonsense. The trigger? Light, crisp, and the reset is snappy. It's one of those guns you shoot once and immediately go, wait, why don't more people talk about this? You get a 15+1 capacity, front and rear slide serrations, steel sights, and a polymer frame that doesn't feel cheap. It even comes optics ready if you go that route. Plus, CZ kept the recoil impulse surprisingly soft, thanks to a lighter slide and a low-bore axis. That means faster follow-up shots and tighter groups without having to muscle the gun around. This thing's also a workhorse. During extended testing, it chewed through all kinds of ammo. Brass, steel, hollow points, you name it. No cleaning, no jams, just smooth shooting all day long. That's the kind of performance you want in a survival-ready handgun. And here's the kicker. You can find these for $300 to $500. That's insane value for what you're getting. If you're building a go-to setup on a budget, the Sig P320 deserves a real hard look. It doesn't need hype. It's just that good. If Glock ever made a near-perfect carry gun, it's the Glock 43X. This thing blends concealability, control, and capacity better than almost anything else in its size class. On paper, it's just a slimline, single-stackish 9mm with 10+1 rounds. But once you pair it with the Shield Arms S15 mags, now you've got 15+1 in a gun that vanishes under a t-shirt. That's Glock 19 firepower in a way slimmer footprint. But it's not just about capacity. The 43X feels good in the hand. The slightly extended grip gives you a full purchase without adding bulk, and the short slide means it's fast out of the holster. It's simple, snag-free, and it just runs, like a Glock always does. During testing, this little pistol handled over 1,000 rounds of mixed ammo, brass, steel, hollow points, with 0 failures. It doesn't care what you feed it or where you drag it through. Now, if you're using those Shield Arms S15 mags, make sure you upgrade to a steel mag catch, or risk chewing through your Glock frame. And yeah, Glock still ships these with their awful plastic sights, but there's no shortage of upgrades for that. This is a carry gun that people actually carry, and that says everything. If you want slim, dependable, and deceptively high capacity, the 43X is one of the best in the game. The Glock 45 is what happens when you mix the Glock 19's compact slide with the Glock 17's full-size grip, and the result is absolute magic. It's a crossover pistol, originally built to meet law enforcement demands, but it turned out to be a fan favorite among civilian shooters too. Why? Because it works, and it works damn well. You're getting a 17+1 capacity and a grip that gives you full control, paired with a shorter slide that draws fast from concealment or a duty rig. It balances incredibly well, points naturally, and handles recoil like a champ. Add in the Gen 5 upgrades, like the Marksman barrel, improved trigger, front slide serrations, and ambi controls, and you've got a pistol that's ready for anything. Whether you're clearing your house, defending your property, or posting up for survival, the G45 is versatile enough to handle all of it. It's optics ready if you go with the MOS version, and it's compatible with Glock 17 mags, meaning you can go full beast mode with a 24 or 33 rounder if needed. Like all Glocks, it's stupid reliable. We're talking mud, rain, sand, and neglect. And it keeps on ticking. One of our test models fired flawlessly after being buried in dirt for a week. That's the kind of dependability that earns a top-tier spot on this list. The only downside? That full-size grip can make deep concealment tricky. But if you can make it work, the G45 gives you one of the best blends of shootability and firepower out there. Trust me, if I had to grab one Glock to do it all, this would be it. If you told me I had to carry one pistol 24/7 but still be ready for home defense, range duty, or even a survival situation, I'd be hard-pressed not to pick the M&P 2.0 3.6-inch. This gun hits a beautiful sweet spot, compact enough to carry comfortably, but with just enough barrel length and grip size to still fight like a full size. It's the underrated workhorse of the polymer pistol world. Let's talk feel. The 18-degree grip angle locks into your hand perfectly, and the aggressive texture gives you control even when your hands are sweaty, muddy, or gloved up. You won't find a more ergonomic grip in this category. The trigger on the 2.0 is a massive improvement from Gen 1. Clean break, tactile reset, and predictable every time you press it. This gun shoots flat. That 3.6-inch barrel isn't just for show. It delivers tight groups at distance and makes follow-up shots fast and easy. It's optics ready if you want it to be, comes in safety or no safety versions, and works with a huge library of holsters and accessories. In our abuse testing, this pistol just wouldn't quit. We left one outside for months. It rusted like hell, but still rang steel at 50 yards like nothing happened. That's bomb-proof reliability. At around $500, it's a hell of a deal for a gun that punches above its weight in every roll. From carry to crisis, the M&P 2.0 3.6 does it all and looks good doing it. The Sig P320 Compact is what happens when modular design meets military-grade performance. It's not just a gun, it's a system. This pistol changed the game when the U.S. military adopted it as the M17/M18 platform, and the compact version gives you that same dependability, with just the right amount of carry friendliness. Let's start with what makes the P320 unique: its serialized fire control unit. That's the gun part. Everything else can be swapped. Want a full-size slide and grip for home defense? Easy. Want to drop it into a subcompact frame for EDC? Done. No extra paperwork, no drama, just mission-specific adaptability. That makes it perfect for uncertain times. The trigger is one of the best in its class. Smooth pull, crisp break, and a short reset that's ideal under stress. Combine that with the excellent accuracy from Sig's barrel and internal design, and you've got a tack driver that doesn't flinch when things get rough. During testing, our P320 Compact ran over 2,000 rounds of mixed ammo, dirty, clean, cheap, premium, without a single malfunction. That's military-grade reliability in your hands. It's optics ready with the right model, has solid ergos, and comes with 15-round mag standard, but 21s are just a click away. Is it heavier than some polymer competitors? Sure, but that extra mass helps tame recoil and makes the gun shoot flatter. Price-wise, expect $529 to $599, depending on the setup, with X-Series models offering even more factory upgrades. The Sig P320 Compact is rugged, accurate, and ready to adapt to whatever comes next. If you want one gun to change with your needs, this is your modular sidekick for life. Ah yes, the Glock 17. The pistol that changed the game back in the 80s, and it's still leading the pack 40 years later. This is the full-size Glock you'll see on the hips of cops, soldiers, and armed civilians around the world. And for good reason. It just works. The G17 gives you 17+1 rounds of 9mm in a full-size frame that's easy to control, fast to shoot, and boringly reliable. And that's not a diss. Boring is exactly what you want when the stakes are high. You want muscle memory, predictable recoil, and a gun that'll cycle no matter how grimy, wet, or cold it gets. The G17 delivers all of that in spades. Its lightweight polymer frame resists corrosion, and there are fewer moving parts than most pistols, which means less to break and easier maintenance. Add in the Gen 5 upgrades, better barrel, flared magwell, front slide serrations, and you've got a battle-proven platform that's finally getting refined. Sure, it's not the most exciting gun to shoot. The trigger is fine, the sights are basic, and the grip angle still feels weird to 1911 fans. But here's the thing. Everybody makes Glock upgrades. From night sights to flat triggers to custom slides, you can turn a Glock 17 into whatever you want. If you want a pistol that can handle tens of thousands of rounds, live in a duty holster, ride in a truck toolbox, and still be ready when everything else fails, the G17 earns its place. No questions asked. Now let's flip the script and talk about something small that hits like something way bigger, the Sig P365 X-Macro. This thing is basically black magic. You're getting 17+1 rounds of 9mm in a pistol that's slimmer than a Glock 19, comped from the factory, optics ready, and purpose-built for everyday carry. Sig took everything people loved about the original P365 and just went full send. The X-Macro stretches out the frame for more capacity and control, but still keeps the gun shockingly slim and easy to conceal. The integrated compensator, cut right into the slide, actually works. It flattens out recoil and makes rapid follow-ups ridiculously easy, especially for a gun this size. The grip module is ergonomic and modular, just like the P320 and the trigger. Fantastic. Not squishy, not spongy, just clean. The X-Macro also comes standard with Sig X-ray night sights, direct mount optic compatibility, no goofy adapter plates, and a built-in rail that fits compact lights like the TLR-7A. If you're running a low-profile EDC but still want to be ready for real-world encounters, this is the cheat code. It's also a modular platform, so you can swap frames or slides if you want to scale down or mix things up. It's not the cheapest micro comp out there, usually around $799. But honestly, it's worth every penny. This is one of those rare guns that feels like it was designed for 2025, not retrofitted from a 2010 frame. If you want to carry full-size capacity without printing like you're hiding a brick, the P365 X-Macro is the best in the game. Small gun, big fight energy. Here it is, the undisputed champ. The Glock 19 is the Leatherman of handguns, the Honda Civic of carry pistols, the one gun that everyone has owned, or at least shot. And the reason is simple. It does everything well. It's compact enough to conceal, large enough to fight with, and holds 15+1 rounds of 9mm. It accepts 17, 24, and even 33-round mags, and it runs like a Swiss watch on everything from cheap gas station ammo to high-end defensive loads. Rain, mud, snow, trunk storage, sweaty waistband, doesn't matter. It keeps working. The Gen 5 version brought some sweet upgrades, a better trigger, ambidextrous slide stop, flared magwell, and finally ditched the finger grooves that annoyed half the planet. Is the factory trigger perfect? Nope. Are the stock sights a joke? Yep. But that's part of the charm. You make it your own. Glock's aftermarket support is an entire ecosystem. Triggers, slides, barrels, lights, optics, holsters. If you can dream it, someone's already selling it. And that's what turns the Glock 19 into not just a pistol, but a platform. You can run it bone stock and trust your life to it, or you can build it into your ultimate bug-out or EDC setup. We've run these through the ringer, Thousands of rounds, neglected cleaning, beat-up carry rotations, and it just keeps cycling. When you talk about trust with your life guns, this is the poster child. The Glock 19 isn't flashy, it's not exotic, but it is the most proven, customizable, reliable pistol in the game. That's why it's number one. If you don't have one, it's probably time. There you have it, 12 handguns you can stake your life on. These aren't just safe queens or weekend plinkers. They're the kind of pistols that run when things get ugly. Whether you're building out your first EDC setup, upgrading your bug-out gear, or just want something that's ready when the lights go out, every single gun on this list brings the kind of trust you can't buy. You earn it, one reliable shot at a time. Now it's your turn. Which handgun would you trust when everything hits the fan? Drop your pick in the comments, hit like, subscribe, and share this list with your shooting crew.